Hello, 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 people. I hope all of you are well today. I am jumping on to do day 2 of our 5-day series around moving from employee to entrepreneur. So, I always start off my videos with some kind of random comments. And today has been just, a really crazy day. So I got no funnies. I got no jokes. I might at some point in this video because that's just kind of who I am. But no random comments today. I woke up this morning to some crazy news that, just a real stand-up guy, right? Great dude, great father, great husband, passed this morning, was shot and killed. And I'm not in his immediate circle. We are not, close friends. However, the city I live in is such a small city, and most of us have lived here for, a long period of time. And I've gotten a chance to hang out with him and his family and his wife and, just do a little mingling. And on top of that, I have people in my circle who are close to him, who are related to him, or just really good friends. And so that combination of knowing he was just such a really good dude and having people around you that are hurting, man, it's affected me more than I would have imagined. Doing a lot of crying today. So just want to send my prayers and my shout out to the Myers family. Of course, if you guys need anything, you got a whole, my feed has been going up all day about him and not one negative comment, just all positive. So reach out if you guys need anything. I'm actually going to do a special segment. Hey, Rhonda, I see you. I'm going to do a special segment this weekend. So many of you know that I do these segments called Come Up Conversations. And they're basically just people who come in and they are guests on the show and they talk about different transitions that they've made. Right. So it's all about, I was in this place and now I'm in a new place. Here was what my experience was like, the good, the bad, the ugly. And then we spent a lot of time talking about that come up process. What did that look like to get to the other side? And so I've had a couple people who've talked about grief and who have lost, people that were dear to them. So Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to do a special just around grief in honor of Keith and his family. So I pray that something that they say is helpful and, pours out love on you guys in this season. So, okay. So today we are talking about, we're on step 2, right? I talked a little bit yesterday about how, I have a lot of, entrepreneurs, particularly new entrepreneurs who reach out to me and ask questions around starting a business. Many of them have already started and they've only been in a short period of time. Others are still kind of in the thinking phase. And the number one question is always, well, what do I do first? And how do I get started? And because building a business is no joke, right? Like there are lots of steps and there are lots of things that are really important and you need to know all of them, but it can get so overwhelming because there's so much information and there's so much to learn. So because I get a lot of questions, I decided to do this whole week of employee to entrepreneur and just talk about, the initial steps of getting started. So yesterday we talked about knowing why you started the business, right? Seems like such a simple thing. But when I tell you a lot of people miss this step, I just hear it all the time, right? Like we all desire to start a business for one reason or another, right? We all, whether it's money, whether it's freedom, whether it's service, like we all have our own reasons. And it becomes really important for you to be able to identify what that reason is, because I see too many people who have this desire to build a business and then they look up a year later and they're not happy. Right? Like the business has taken control and, they're going in a different direction than what they planned. And that all comes back to getting crystal clear about why you're even building a business in the first place. Right? And I love to just emphasize the fact that you get to create the life that you want. Like you get to create the life that you want. Whatever you want your business to be, there's an opportunity to do just that. So, I use myself as an example all the time that I work from home, right? And so because I work from home, I wear my robe. I have my hair wrapped up because that's how I talk to clients when I'm on the phone with them. And when I'm working on content creation or different areas of my own business or working on somebody else's, one of the things that was really important to me is being able to work from home. But the thing is that if you don't get clear about that, then it'll change along the way. So I remember I was on a coaching call with someone, or actually a discovery call with someone. It was Amy Walker, right? Shout out to her. I don't know that she's going to watch this video, but in case she does, she's awesome. You guys should look her up. And one of the things that she asked me was, well, what kind of business are you wanting to build? And so she said, well, do you want to be a speaker? Do you want to travel a lot? Do you want to stay at home? She was just rambling off, some of these different things. And everything she said, I was like, oh yeah, I want to do that. And I want to do that. And, it was really like, well, whatever it takes, right? Whatever it takes to build this business, that's what I'm going to do. But that's not what she was asking me, right? She wasn't asking me if I was willing to do whatever it takes. She was asking me, what is it that I wanted? Because if I want to have a business that allows me to travel, then I build a business that allows me to travel. But if I want a business that allows me to stay home and be with my kids, then I build a business that allows me to do that. So it's important for each of us to be able to know, what do we want? Why are we even building the business? What's most important to us? Because if you don't get clear about that in the beginning, all the work that you do will eventually, or not eventually, it has the potential to take you in a different direction, right? So that was yesterday. I kind of went off a little longer than what I wanted. And so today I wanted to talk about step 2. And step 2 is really just about identifying your gift, right? And again, when I talk to people around this idea, there's these 2 words that come up every time: passion and gift, where I'm really passionate about this and I'm really passionate about that. And I just want to kind of, dispel the myth, right? Like, passion matters. And I think it's indirectly connected, because what you're passionate about is probably connected to your gift, but they're not the same, right? Because the truth is, I'm passionate about a lot of stuff, right? I'm passionate about restoring families. I'm passionate about party planning. I'm passionate about trauma and addictions. Anything really related to helping people. I'm passionate about a lot of stuff, but all of those things are not my gifting, right? And so while passion will give you some insight, you have to dig a little bit deeper in order to really identify what your true gift is. And so I definitely wanted to put that plug out there today, because I just hear a lot of conversation around passion, and less about gift, right? And so for me personally, my gift is strategy. My gift is teaching. Right? I have the ability to help people transition from one place in their life to another place in their life, right? And I have the ability to do that through teaching, because I can break things down into a very easy step-by-step how to process and make it simple, right? Because transition can be difficult, right? Trying to figure out what to let go of, what to keep, just transition is hard. And so I know for me that my gifting is strategy and my gifting is teaching. And so it doesn't really matter. I really could map out a plan about anything. It doesn't really matter whether you are wanting to get a 5-year plan, a 2-year plan, how to lose weight. That just happens to be one of my giftings. And the thing is, just like step 1 of knowing your why, is everything that you do, every decision that you make related to your business should be connected to your number 1, your reason why, right? And number 2, your gift and your abilities, right? So when people ask me to speak, or when I'm thinking about partnering, or whatever it is that I'm considering doing, the number 1 question is, how does this fit into what I really want for my life? How does this fit into the legacy that I want to leave, which again was yesterday's topic. But then the second question becomes, okay, well, how do I stay? The thing is, we all have to learn to stay in our own lane. Right? So things that are outside of strategy, things that are outside of teaching, that's probably not my lane, right? My gifting is my ability to plan and map some stuff out and, draw some connections and all of that. But if you don't know what your gift is and you're focused on your passions, then you're going to be spread too thin. And honey, trust me, I have tried that. That didn't work out as well as I had hoped, right? So, I just wanted to talk today about getting clear on your gift, taking some time to really evaluate the things that you're good at, is really step 2, right? Like so many of us are focused on marketing and branding and sales and, all of these different aspects of our business, and we skip kind of the groundwork, right? So that is my step 2 for today. Join me for tomorrow. Again, I'm doing every single day this week, 5 days of your first 5 steps in terms of going from employee to entrepreneur. And I'm doing some Black Friday sales this week also. It's a how-to guide, step-by-step process. It goes into a lot more detail than, of course, what I do in the videos about each one of the steps that I'm talking about every day this week. But then also additional steps, 5 additional steps in addition to the ones I'm sharing this week. So hope you guys are having a fabulous week. Again, just keeping much of my community lifted in prayers. Stay tuned. Sometime later in the week, probably Thursday, Friday, I'll do some announcements around my grief segments, and you guys can tune in. So those are my thoughts. I will see you all tomorrow for step 3. Peace.